And I said, I know you think he's a racist. I said, what if he's just an asshole?
Okay.
It's a fair question under your own Uber account.
It's a fair question in a vacuum in your head.
On your own Uber account.
There is zero chance you were not dinged for that ride.
I'm surprised the app worked for me today.
Yeah. You get a coffee this morning, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love coffee.
Do you?
I actually do. I only allow myself to have it twice a week. I don't know, for health reasons or whatever. I don't know why.
Is it because of that chronic cough you won't go to the doctor for?
Oh, I know why. Because when I get coffee, I can't stop myself from getting donuts for little Ellie. She's like, Daddy, donuts? And the wife says she can only have donuts on Sunday because if you allow the fucking kid to have donuts 5 days a week, she'll turn into a monster someday. Because you're giving her whatever she wants.
Got it. I was
fat.
I was so worried you were going to say she's going to be fat, and I was like,
Oh, no.
how's that going to come off? And it's just shit like that.
She better not.
What I mean? So you don't go into the coffee shop because you
Can't stop myself from buying 4 different donuts and then lay them on a paper plate in front of my daughter and saying, here you go, darling.
But do you eat them?
No.
You don't eat
I
them.
hate donuts.
You do?
Yeah, they're gross.
Okay, this is very fascinating because you're very, very disciplined when it comes to your body. You starve yourself constantly.
Yeah. Although, Dylan, sorry, I was looking at some pictures from that show last night.
Yeah.
Face looked real fat.
Well, it's insane that's what you see.
Yeah,
when
so
you see
Really?
your
pictures.
body dysmorphia
I
is,
do. I have that, don't I?
It's the worst. Like, I've never seen anything like it, really.
Oh, man, I thought it was getting better.
And it's insane that, well, you are getting better because you used to just have full-blown anorexia.
Yeah,
and now you just
stick
have,
a finger down my throat.
well, that's bulimia. So you've just had a lot of fun with this stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
Great time.
Yeah.
Not
you-
eating what you want for 25 years.
Yeah, well, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
That's
right?
right. She was on a blow, to be fair.
Yeah. Right. She was on a performance-enhancing drug.
Who are we talking? Anna
Kate
Nicole?
Moss.
Oh.
Kate Moss. So you starved yourself for 4 days before the live show because you wanted to have a thin face on stage.
Yeah, good pictures of that. It didn't help out. It still looked like a big basketball up on stage.
Yeah.
Hilarious smash cut gig in Family Guy. Kate Moss slipped through a crack.
Right, yes.
She just fell through the crack.
She did.
Yeah.
Like of a wood floor.
She
was talking
turns
to someone.
two-dimensional and then goes through the crack.
Sorry.
So you, God, it was such a... Go to patreon.com if you want to hear our podcast debriefing the live show, driving to Irvine and back. It's such a funny car ride. But you were saying that you were really craving fast food because
Last
of
night.
the caloric deficit you've been operating
Yeah, so what you
at.
could do is you overeat, you become a fucking pig.
Right.
And
so
then
you would,
I would have ordered everything on the menu times 2.
Right.
Of course, because you guys are in the car as well, and your lovely wife, Cece, was there. So
Yeah.
that would have made sense.
Right.
And it would have been a wash for the Uber I ordered.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to do
Oh,
that
I got
because
a conversation about that Uber you ordered me.
You didn't feel her peace? This is another thing we should talk about at the end of the episode. Or maybe now even.
feel her peace. What does that mean?
So,
that's
the
right.
The Uber
the
driver
piece in
had
the Uber driver.
4,500 5-star reviews.
Right.
Oh, boy.
She had a fun fact about me, which isn't even a fun fact. She had a wish. It said, "I hope you feel my peaceful energy when you enter my vehicle."
Right. Well, so let's get
yeah,
we can divert really quickly and then get back to you starving yourself
Okay.
and the homeless people shutting down the Starbucks. But let's talk
All right,
about
So we did a show in Irvine, which is an hour south of where most of us live, out of the 3 of us. And Nick was nice enough to call me an Uber because
You made me.
well, I asked you politely.
No, I kid.
And
because
it was-
Pat doesn't know how to work Uber, not because he can't work Uber, because he does not want to work Uber so that other people do it for him. And last night when he asked Nick to do it, he said, thanks, it's not that hard.
I was somewhat flummoxed. I honestly don't care at all. I'm joking about
Yeah,
it, but
yeah,
I was somewhat flummoxed because when you asked me and insisted and you asked me, you were on the phone with your wife,
Right.
who is also capable of calling the Uber.
Yeah, but she's resting up. We're having a great time in the car. But so anyways,
She's like a gremlin. You can't ask her to do things past midnight or 11.
Yes, bad things will happen. So you get this Uber driver who is Nick. When he saw the profile,
He liked it.
He said, "You are getting an unbelievable driver. 5 stars, 4,500 reviews.
I almost wanted to go with them and then get an Uber on the way back.
Because
just
one
to
of
experience
Nick's
their
favorite
peaceful energy.
pastimes is take Ubers and then record the conversations with
Yes.
the Uber drivers.
You make it sound so much creepier. But yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Well, it could be entertaining. So you were, for some reason, very excited about what my Uber experience was going to be with this particular driver. Is that all the information that you had on Kayla, I believe her name was?
Her name was...
She corrected me on the pronunciation, by the way.
Ooh, good start. Really, really good start. So, say
Natalie. What did you call her?
I think Kayla.
So
like
so
that.
it wasn't so much of like a phonetic correction. It was like you got the name entirely wrong.
Okay. You know,
She a couple other factoids about Natalie. Under other, it's so weird that they allow your drivers to do this. I do this. I think it's to make a comfortability with getting in a stranger's car.
Oh, right.
But you do learn about some of these people, and some of the people that put their stories. I'm like, this is incredible. You get a better tip because of what I heard. Under other experience, Natalie just has the sunglasses emoji, which
Okay.
is alarming.
Right.
And then why I drive too much, free time.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, both
And then-
really troubling things because the excels at sunglasses probably just means like I just chill, right?
Yeah.
Like when I think of somebody who's just chilling.
She has 6,000 5-star trips, 6 years with Uber, and some nice things people have said about her. She's our favorite driver so far. She knows everything about how to drive, live in the city. She even switched on the AC to save our makeup for the night.
they don't mention anything about her bringing up the fact that her neighbor of the last 22 years is named Jeff, and he's a vicious racist.
No.
Because that's what I got a load of.
I have to assume, though, you asked a leading question. It probably got a
did
little bit...
not.
No? She volunteered it?
She, so I get in a limo, and all right, I had a couple in me. So I want to say that to our listening audience. Maybe
This
Patty's
is-
memory of this, but I feel like when I tell this story, I think it's
This is the
kinda
girl
close.
on the train, and that's a bad example of an unreliable narrator because there have been
She was,
so
in fact,
many instances.
absolutely 100% correct when her...
She was. She was.
She was being gaslit by that cheating husband of hers.
Exactly.
Okay, so...
Justin Thoreau.
She
you're
was.
speaking of.
Oh, is that right? He's
Yeah.
a lying piece of shit in real life. All right, so I don't want to say anything bad. I've mentioned in an earlier podcast tonight. People's lived experience are what they experience. How can you confront them and say what you're seeing is wrong?
Right. You're
That's
not. You're not in it.
Right.
You're not in it.
Okay, so where the driver was an African American woman, probably about 62 years old.
Yeah.
I think semi-retired, doing
And
this to make a
you
little money.
got in her car a little tipsy and started off with "Thanks for grabbing me, Kayla."
I did pronounce the name incorrectly, and that was my bad. And
Again,
I apologize.
it's not a pronunciation thing.
Well, to be fair, she asked if I was Nick, and I said no.
well,
I'm
that's
not.
an understandable mistake, though.
But when I
because-
got out of the car, she said, "Have a good night, Nick." So
Again-
touche.
again, I think it's a
She didn't
false
learn my name.
equivalency. But go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, I get in the car, and if my memory serves, again, I could be wrong. Please don't call her Nick.
If I get her on the phone, don't say anything.
Oh, don't do this to me. You wait to hear the story first.
If we get her on the phone, which she probably won't
Man,
answer,
dude.
I'm
This
just
is
gonna-
your Uber rating.
I know. I'm gonna be like, hey, I had someone in the car last night. I just want to know how he acted.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll
Oh,
try.
I
Try
wish.
again.
God damn it!
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
would've
I
been
got in the
great.
car at 11
Yeah.
o'clock. By the way, people
One of the
driving
best
Uber,
moments.
people driving Uber, my hat's off to you. I work in service. You guys going out there driving around, strangers getting
What
in your car-
happened with Jeff, dude?
Okay. This is, in my memory, this is how the conversation started right off the top.
Hi,
she
Kayla.
starts, when she corrected me, and then she starts punching some of those buttons on the Uber thing, the app or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And she goes, oh, good. You're my last trip.
Yeah.
I said, oh, great. I hope you don't have a long ride home. She said, Culver City. I said, oh, Culver City. Oh, yeah. Well, to this time of night, it probably shouldn't be that long of a drive, Said, yeah, the neighborhood's changed a lot. Oh.
Okay. So
She said the neighborhood's changed a lot.
yeah. So the bait of gentrification conversation there
Is that yeah.
is a little bit forced from Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's trying to get me in there. I think
Right.
she's feeling a mood or something.
But you, I mean,
And
because
she's right, it has changed quite a bit.
because of your couple amount of drinks, though, you were giving her just more than you needed to. I think regular.
Yeah.
I think regular Patty doesn't say like, "Oh, we'll probably get there pretty."
No,
quick.
I always do that. I'm polite.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to be rude. My wife said there should be on the Uber app or Lyft app should give your mood, meaning not feeling like talking today, and that would be a simple thing not to know. But since that doesn't exist, if a person wants to talk and bare their soul, I am there for you.
You know, we can take the guesswork out of it. There could be a thing that says, "Do you want me to speak?"
That is
and then
a-
you can just go yes or no.
In Uber Black, that's actually an option.
yeah, that's just saying. Do you want me to wear cologne? No.
Do you want my car to smell?
My
like
wife does that for one of her
cigarettes?
clients. Yeah, she's like, no cologne.
Oh wow. Okay. So anyways,
All
what
right. So
happened with
anyway,
Jeff?
so all right. So if I feel bad because we got to keep calling her, see if she'll pick up the phone.
I'm gonna leave a voicemail.
So
And just say, "Call me back."
it piqued my interest when she said a lot's changed, and I said, well, what's changed about it? And she didn't put it in these terms, but she basically.
You know what? Hang on. We can't do this because it's like super illegal.
Oh yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
ask her.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be wrong.
Yeah.
You always ask at the end. You just don't put it out if they say no.
Tell her we'll give her a free APN shirt or a wine hack shirt if she
Yeah.
signs off on
Well,
it.
Do you want me to call her, leave a voicemail, and say I lost something? Can you call me back?
No, don't do that.
No.
So I queried. I said, well, what's changed? And then she basically laid out that when she first got there, it was unlivable. It was her first house that
It
she
was
bought
cool.
with her wife.
Yeah.
And it was she was alluding to it being a hostile environment.
Okay.
And then she gets to that.
Wow.
It's
Unbelievable.
I'm
The
sorry.
throat fart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking a lot,
It was
guys.
No. I
enjoying
know.
his
No.
voice.
No. I know. It was just like a.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah. It was cool.
Well, then she
It was really cool.
Then she turns to it's changed basically for the better. It's been 20 years she's lived there, and she's very proud to be a homeowner and whatnot.
Right.
And then she mentions, except for this one guy,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what's up with Jeff? And she said, well, he had to get his house termited, and he lives right next to our house.
Tented.
He had to get it tented. And he asked me, he said, can I, when the guys are pulling the tent over his house, you got some of your patio furniture? And she was very proud of her patio furniture because in her story, her and her wife really enjoyed this one part of the backyard. You know, we all have, your house is your paradise, the king of the castle, And so that's a part where they enjoyed. So he asked if they could move it for the tenting. And she said, sure, Jeff. And so they I guess his workers moved it, and then the whole termite thing happens.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, a full month goes by, and that patio furniture didn't get moved back.
Didn't get moved back.
So she at some point confronts Jeff,
Okay.
and I guess it got heated. After living across next to each other for many, many years.
Wow.
It got so heated, and because of that, she labeled Jeff a racist.
Yeah. Well, he probably was because listen, if she has as much inner peace as she says in her profile, and that the stars back up, Jeff sounds like a fucking bigot who is really, really unreasonable and should have moved the patio furniture back.
Well,
And should also stop hating people for the color of their skin.
exactly. Well, Dylan, I agree with you, but I, of course, had to explore. Much like Nick, who I've maybe perhaps been, I don't know, you've given me the power to feel like I should be able to ask questions, the important ones, when you're
Yeah,
in
I
Uber.
really wish we could have just ended it with that kind of conclusive. Like,
Oh, no, it goes deeper.
I did think
So-
we were.
So I asked the question. I said, hey, well, you lived next to Jeff for the last 20 years. Was that the only fight you guys ever had?
So you questioned the experience this woman had
Yeah.
under my Uber rating.
Yeah.
You questioned the lived experience of an African American LGBTQ member.
Mm-hmm.
LGBTQIA plus.
Well, so I said, Kayla,
Forgive me.
I said, did
you
you guys ever break bread? She said, yeah, we used to hang out and have barbecues, and
Yeah.
I go, you guys got along, and then she
Barbecues. He threw barbecues, did he? Microaggression.
But she did mention no one liked Jeff in the neighborhood, and but he did actually, after they got in that little fight, he did have workers come over and move that patio furniture.
Yeah.
But it was a little too late because her wife unfortunately only had 2 more years left to live, and she passed away.
Natalie's or Jeff's?
No, Natalie's.
Oh,
Natalia's,
no.
whatever. And then she
Natalie.
said, you know what really upset me? was when this idiot came to my door during the wake, and he had flowers and gifts, and he knocked on my door, and he was playing like he was all sad and whatnot, and I just slammed the door in his face.
Good, that virulent racist.
So when your wife passes away, who you have been with for
Well, that was Jeff's neighbor,
can I,
too.
please?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
For many decades, and this person who has exhibited violent bouts of racism
Yeah.
towards you comes over to pay their condolences. Excuse me, but why don't you go back to your house and hang your hood up and put the flowers to good use, you know?
Well, you said it that way. She just said it this way. I wasn't about to hear any of that.
Yeah. That was, I feel like that was appropriate white guy doing black girl.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So this is that's why I was asking you if you got a different score on your Uber. So I said,
I've had too many rides for 1 star to affect it, but it sounds like I got a 1 star.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Del.
I feel like that was an appropriate white man does black woman.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you really.
This is
rode
where it
that
ramped up. By the way, we were turning the corner onto my street, and I couldn't help myself because I had to get to the bottom of this whole Jeff situation. They lived together for over 20 years.
Yeah. I don't know why we have to keep exploring this story of objective bigotry, but go
Understood.
ahead.
I like,
but I
hearing
at least
where it
had
ends.
to pose a counter narrative.
Yeah.
I said, "Excuse me for this. Do you mind if I say something?"
Oh my god.
And she said, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
And I said, "Is your major rub with Jeff about that whole termite thing?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, I know you think he's a racist." I said, "What if he's just an asshole?"
Okay.
It's a fair question under your own Uber account.
It's a fair question in a vacuum in your head.
On your own Uber account.
Yeah, you're in a vacuum in your head dreaming of being in a vacuum, and then you're in an Uber. That's where it's okay.
It's
Well,
fair
that's
there.
when she actually started turning her head back and forth at my neighborhood and she said, "This looks like a nice neighborhood."
Okay. How could she think that? There's a fucking city.
No. She was pointing out there's a guy waiting to get his 2000 Pathfinder painted on the street across from my house. She was basically calling my neighborhood a piece of shit. I
Oh,
believe,
okay,
passively
good.
aggressively.
Oh, got
And then
it.
I got out of the car and I put my hand on her shoulder and I said, I enjoyed
touched
talking to
her?
you. Yeah,
You touched her.
I did.
Nick,
Maybe I need to do some work.
Nick, there is zero chance you were not dinged for that ride.
I'm surprised the app worked for me today.
This is another podcast show. It's the show where we gab and goof about really whatever is at top of mind. I'm Dylan, saddled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
And what's going on before you have Pat say hi? This is very quick. I one time had like I was drunk actually after leaving here when I used to go to Encino to dump our footage and then upload it. Then I figured out proxies and my life changed. But
You really couldn't have introduced yourself.
Oh, Pat.
No, I'm talking to him.
oh yeah, he could.
You could not have just introduced
I said, "What's going
yourself.
on, everybody?" But then I cut you off from introducing Pat.
Pat's here too.
Great to be here.
I just didn't want to keep doing the Uber thing. But so I had a pleasant conversation with my
Yeah.
Uber driver all the way out there. She's like, "Oh, where are you come from? Like dumping footage? Or we do a podcast." I thought we had like a super pleasant conversation.
Right.
And then the next day, my Uber account is not working, and for like 2 days I have to call them, and they said it was like some safety issue. I did call her twice the next day because actually it was the time of the lost SD cards, and I think
I remember that time.
I think I called her too many times, and my account was banned for like safety. And it was like, this is
Maybe
what
they
happened.
thought you were stalking.
I think that's what they thought. And they're because when I finally got a rep on the phone, they're like, "What was the context of the conversation?" I was like, "I don't know. I just kept being asked about my work and stuff." And then I was telling her I thought we had a very pleasant conversation. She's like, "Would you consider this flirting at all?"
Okay, Uber.
It was fucking
Well,
wild.
no, they're
and I
getting
have
sued up the
Uber.
fucking wazoo, Dylan. They got to do this human resource bullshit.
Oh, sure.
And in my single days, I have aggressively hit on drivers. This was not one of those times or one of the drivers that I would attempt to do.
Yet you have a better Uber rating than I do because for some reason My
boy.
perfect affability just really turns people off. It doesn't make any sense. So we've got a lot of stuff to get into tonight. We have to talk about a deadly disease that is sweeping all over the planet, I think. And I want to do a quick, very, very exciting thing to, it's kind of all over the internet, depending on which communities you kind of live in. And I thought it would be fun for us to replicate something very popular in the Magic the Gathering community, that being cracking packs.
I love the idea.
Where is it?
I don't know a ton about Magic the Gathering or much of the trading card circuit, but I am enthralled with the idea of cracking packs. Unboxing videos for years, especially like for children, like they pop off on YouTube. People,
This does too. We've watched videos.
oh yeah, the anticipation that people are about to feel of us cracking some packs. I can't even.
Dylan,
get
are
over
these
it.
still racked? Is this vacuum sealed still, or did you look into this thing earlier today?
No. All right, so let me give you a little bit of context on this WotC product. What's going on?
Two things. I have to pee, and I also want to do a quick errors and omissions that's directed towards you. That was a Patreon comment regarding Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I hope you're not too embarrassed.
No,
you're
no,
able to charge through.
No, it's just,
So-
we say
Is
a
this
lot.
the one that said stop talking about it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Andrew Kassan. I believe they've had some back and forth. They're both enthusiasts, Dylan and Andrew.
There's another guy that's drinking what he's selling too.
There's a couple of them. I mean, the community is real. It's large, and they're becoming louder and louder. I can't wait to crack some packs. But Andrew writes, E&O, : Dylan, I assume you meant to say mage hand and not magic hand when Pat was talking about Raygun using magic powers with her cigarette to lift luggage. I'd argue Fifth Element would more likely be a cleric and not have use of mage hand, but that's really Pat not understanding the mechanics of D&D.
Yeah. So
Response.
when you said mage hand, I immediately went to D&D, which is a different game than Magic the Gathering, so I was a little bit confused. But
Same bullshit though.
Shut up. When Andrew speaks on that, I think, correct him right back, because there is a cantrip that is used in very, very low level Magic users in D&D that you can use. It might be Mage Hand, but I think it's something else. But you use a hand to go spring a trap or open a door or cause a distraction. But I don't think it's called Mage Hand. Maybe I'm gonna eat crow. But
And fair enough. One more clarification. When we're talking, he's talking about Raygun. That is, and this has been happening actually. People saying they listen to Below Decker Bachelor because they heard another podcast show. When you talked about Fifth Element, Reagan looking like Fifth Element, you were talking about Magic or Dungeon. I thought you were talking about the movie with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he was.
I was.
Why did he say Fifth Element?
He's just, Andrew's just trying.
Oh, Fifth Element would be he's talking about Reagan would be a cleric and not, okay. It's my unfamiliarity with the terminology jargon. I have to pee now.
Pee. Let's take a quick break.
Good luck and have fun.
We don't play Magic to have fun.
We're the bad boys of Magic. We're here to win.
Yeah, you're just like our fourth guy couldn't make it today.
Yeah, he said something about getting ulcers from work-related stress or something.
Yeah, I guess losing all the time is really stressful.
I think they're talking about us. No way.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Got it. And listen, I know it's nerdy, but whatever. Also, I Googled it. Andrew, you were correct. It is Mage Hand, the cantrip that I was referring to. So let's talk about this product. I am
Let me touch it.
You don't get to touch it yet.
I'm not going to open it.
So this is, you don't get to touch it yet. It has taken so much willpower. I got this on July 9th. I have waited such a long time to open this. It's unbelievable the commitment I have to this content. So what I'm hoping for tonight is for us to get some big hits, as the pack cracking community would refer to them as. Those are borderless Imperial Seals. Those are Liliana etched foils. Any of the Eldrazi. And then some cards I really want for some deck building purposes.
Dylan, what's the golden star?
The golden goose is
The snitch. What's our snitch?
I think it's probably an etched Liliana, but I think an etched Renin 6 may go for more now. But it doesn't matter. Now, listen. What I want us to have happen tonight is for some big hits. Now, I don't think we're going to get anywhere even close.
Why are you such a downer, dude? Be more positive.
Well, because in Neon Dynasty, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, there was within the collector booster packs the Neon Ink Hiretsugus, which were just, you couldn't find them. And this guy, just in a fluke pack opening, gets a hit of mammoth proportion.
Light Pause, Emperor's Voice, Aerial Surveyor, Goro, Thundering Ryu. Can you imagine we pulled like a Neon Ink? That'd be sick. What the fuck? Shut up! What the fuck? Oh my god! Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
So maybe it's not going to be that cool. I don't know.
Hey, Dill, how much for that packet? That really nicely. How much that run you?
Wonderful question.
So let's get
wait. We got it.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I want to have you guess.
$59.99.
So close, and I know you shot for the moon. More.
Really?
So, Double Masters 2022 is the most sought after set release of the year. It's also the most expensive, maybe in Magic history, although I don't know, new set. It's pretty pricey.
I love the fear in your voice to say something inaccurate.
Yes,
lest you be skewered by the community.
You got it 100%.
I don't know.
This is a collector booster pack. Now, usually they will come with 12 booster packs in them. This is Double Masters. It is a reprint of some of the most sought after cards in, a lot of formats, but so it's just a reprint set of really, really good cards with alternate art. There's only 4 in this, and it is $250. So each pack, if you buy it individually, is $70.
Okay.
And what I want to do tonight is I have 3 packs. I gave one to my friend for his birthday.
$62.50. I mean, you're pretty close, actually.
Oh, right.
But that's
Trying
per pack.
But no, you said $250 before, almost.
I was trying to gauge whether or not this would be a Christmas present.
No, it's not a Christmas
$62.50.
present.
You were actually right on with the tax
because
included.
by the time we hit Christmas, this will be probably a $350 to $400 product. People just buy these things and sit on them and just see how high it can go.
Very stupid move.
Target stopped getting trading cards at some locations because of the camp. The people knew when the
For Magic the Gathering?
all cards, all trading cards. It's a fucking. They're just shysters. And I'm sorry, Dylan. I actually wanted to ask you this.
Yeah.
So you have your large collection that you've sold off some.
Yeah, I've sold off some.
But then you're also a player. So basically, in these trading card industries or NFTs, it's a similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's shysters and there's marks. Dylan lies someplace in between. He understands what he's pouring into it, but he still loves the game. So he's a little bit of a mark, a little bit of a shyster. That's just how I see the world.
How do you,
Right.
how do
So
you feel
all
about
of this
that?
gets pumped up, and we all know they hold no value. But
well, I mean, they
it's
hold a
paper.
tremendous amount of value.
Yeah, it's paper,
So it's money, Patrick. Money's fucking paper too,
he's
Patrick.
he trumps you there. That's a great point.
So
I actually apologize. They do hold value to the marks.
what we're going to do tonight is we're going to crack some packs. Now, this is a dopamine hit, the likes of which
You're excited?
it can't be replicated, really. If you know what you're looking for and you're cracking packs, it is as thrilling as a big bet on a wheel of roulette. I mean, you do
should have set a
not
fight.
know what you're going to get. So what I want to have happen is...
Sorry, one last dumb question.
Yeah.
I have a dumb question.
Are they limited in the production? Are there only so many packs?
They're... I don't know enough about
You should,
the
if you're a
inner
collector.
workings of WotC. There are always murmurs of this set is sending out more, this set's drying up, Kamigawa is expensive because they didn't print as much, because Crimson Vow subjected to them to too much market risk.
course.
So it's all
Okay.
kind of up in the air.
Okay.
I love the humbleness from Dylan again. It was like how he said, like, oh, he's nervous about saying something wrong. The man knows his stuff.
Yeah.
But
he should have lied about that. He should have
doesn't-
said, yeah, there's only 300 of these.
He refuses to disrespect the industry to be like, oh, I'm the voice of it.
No, I'm not.
You know a lot. You're an enthusiast.
Yes.
But admittedly, you don't know all.
Oh, no. There are people that know fucking all.
Including Post Malone, who's like,
Post Malone
I
knows.
want to see Post Malone talk to Dylan about Magic.
I would be way out of my
Excuse.
Cashmere pajamas. I've added 2 things to my bucket list tonight: cashmere pajamas and watching Dylan talk to Post Malone about Magic.
We can make those things happen.
Those
So
will
what I
absolutely
want to
happen.
do tonight is
What
I
a
have
Christmas.
brought 3 packs. I gave one to my friend for his birthday. He pulled a Dockside Extortionist, he pulled Teferi's Protection, and he pulled a Path of Exile that I really, really wanted. But I was happy for him. Take the cards. Love you, buddy. What we're going to do here is you guys are going to open
get outta
a
here.
pack each.
Now, is there an... you treat them
That's
so
crazy.
disrespectfully.
That's crazy. that you
It's,
just did that.
yeah, it is. I
I wouldn't do this with my tops.
It is. I shouldn't
Major
have thrown
League-
it. I shouldn't have thrown it, but it's fine.
Okay, is there a art to opening this to not...
No, just
hurt-
don't bend the cards.
Are the nerds really concerned about the rims? And because when I was a
yeah.
baseball card collector, I mean, the value is degraded exponentially if
Yes.
you fuck with the cards.
Yes.
It's the same mint rating system.
Yes.
You want to have
Is there a Beckett guide for these cards?
No, there are rating houses that are jammed right now because people are losing faith in fiat and are trying to sell their Magic cards.
a good move.
Question.
I should have brought sleeves for these cards because if we do hit something
I'll be nice.
really
My
big,
my fingers are not oily.
Okay,
I will
good.
hold them from the side.
okay, great.
I know
Yeah,
how to
my-
respect cards.
Okay.
My entire baseball card collection, unbeknownst to me, was sold by my stepfather, Jimmy Dell, to pay off a gambling debt. Right. So I know the love that you can have for
Sure.
these
Wow.
simple
Sounds
things.
painful.
See, I didn't know growing up the value what cards could be, and I had this like box. It was literally just like a mailing box that I had just a pile of cards in. There were wrestling cards in there. There were baseball cards, probably some absolute classics,
Gas.
and they are just piled
Yeah.
and have my grubby fingerprints all over them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I do
All
with
right,
them.
so don't
I
do
gotta
that.
find that box. But
What-
all I want to know is there something I can look for to know besides a hologram type background?
Yeah.
That when I pull one, I have gas in my hand.
I'm going to look over
Yeah.
your shoulder. Let's start with Nick so we can get a little contextual thing going on so I can see what he's pulling
Yes.
and confirm in
It's
real time
$250
whether or not we've
here.
got
Let's
gas.
let's have some respect for it. You know?
I would like to attempt to rank because there's 5 in the pack.
No, 15 cards.
Oh, 15
yeah,
cards.
so we got to go. Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
You don't have to take
Fair
too
enough.
much time.
I thought if there was 5, I was going to attempt to rank them as
Right.
what I thought was the most value, but 15 is too many to do that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Crack the back?
We're cracking packs. The dopamine is rushing to my brain. I don't know how you guys are feeling. This is
well, it's Christmas. Let's do one
exciting.
present at a time.
I have the same dopamine hit like when I'm waiting for fights on a Saturday.
Right.
This weekend, 8 a.m., nothing better. I'm picking up Jules from the airport at 1. I'll sleep for 5 hours, then I'll wake up, I'll get high and watch some
All
fights.
right, will you crack
Don't
the
forget
pack,
eating.
please?
Adderall.
Oh, nice. Can I have some? I'm trying to lose weight.
Actually,
For my,
you can't because of the telehealth thing we talked about. I'm worried.
Don't be worried, but you got this.
Don't use your teeth, dude.
Yeah, don't use your teeth. You got this.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
This one, I feel like oh, no, that's the back. Oh, my God. This is...
Okay, so that is a token that is absolutely, well, not absolutely worthless. There are some tokens that are pretty
It's a
sought
bore.
after. But anyway, so let me tell you something. The gas is going to be towards the end of the pack, so we need not spend too much time.
Why they always
on
set it
this
so that the
token.
good cards are going to be on the back?
There
of
are
any pack?
different slots, print slots. You have to
Oh,
figure it out.
no.
Like in the draft boosters, you know that the rare is in the front. A lot of the times it's in the back.
Interesting. I don't really like that. I felt like it's more of a... like
A randomness of it.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
more
yeah.
fun.
Yep.
You know, like a lottery ticket.
Okay, so then are we already going
No,
through-
you open. Go ahead.
Okay,
Hit a
you
couple.
go.
Do your
Yeah, yeah.
do
Yeah,
half
yeah,
your
yeah.
pack.
Okay, you got it.
Stop touching the
I
cards.
just
this
spent them.
is
I
just-
just spent them. I ruined it. I
This
ruined
is
everything.
unbelievable.
Why was one a different direction?
Yeah, because it
Is
was.
that how they come?
I can't touch the cards because they need to. Oh my God, I'm losing. I'm gonna.
I'm sorry, I'm
gonna
sorry I did
flip
that.
out. It's okay. It's not okay because you're a grown man. But it's just let's do this. I can't touch them because it ruins the bid. It's supposed to be his juju.
These are my juju.
This is your juju. Okay, go ahead.
I bent one a little bit.
Okay.
Just one.
Well,
but why
a
was
dealer
one
at
a
a
different
poker table would
direction?
yell at you?
Because the token is indicating a certain side. Don't worry about it.
I shouldn't be. I've played cards an insane amount. Actually, I've spent way too much of my life playing cards, but these are different. I got a 10th district legislature.
Okay, no.
That's
Move it to the back.
Bureaucrat.
Living Lightning.
Nope.
Capture Sphere.
Okay, decent card.
Ambuscade. I feel like that's pretty fire.
Okay, let's go to the last 5.
All right.
Just go through them and... Okay, so we're here now. Yep.
All right.
So we've got a Muldrifter.
I don't like how they're not in the same direction. A Wife Leaf Leash.
No.
That's really hard to say.
Oh, we don't want that.
Hardened Scales.
Okay. This is a terrible pack.
Terriet Reckoner of
Nope.
Souls.
Nope. Etched that.
And this one's got to be Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre.
Is it etched foil? No, it is not, but that's a good pull, okay? Luckily for us, that is the one that you bent, the most valuable card in the entire pack. So this is going off without a hitch. They're pringled already. Pat, what do we got?
Okay, let me.
They came pringled.
Yeah, they're a little pringled.
They came pringled.
Well, the heat.
But that actually doesn't affect the gem mintness you said. It's more about the printing.
Yes, it's more about the printing. What do we got here, Pat?
All right, hold on.
Do you ever not get a pretty good hit? Do you ever have and you're like, that was 15 fucking zeros? Because I don't like how this is not random. I'm feeling duped.
When you open like draft packs, then you can get a pack full of shit. But
What do
these
you
are
mean by
so
draft packs?
they're like they're for playing draft. It's a format. It's just they're just normal boosters. This is luxury. Okay.
Because he's close to you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Hold him on the side like that.
Okay.
Not weird that you can't touch the goddamn card.
Okay. All right. So this is the
Can
pack.
we get some fucking... Isn't he supposed to know you don't touch him because he
Well,
touched you?
I think that the way to do this is to go through it like this because, to go through them, wow, that's a really good pull. Okay, so we got two Eldrazi.
What's that mean? How much is that worth?
I think it's like $100.
Whoa.
I feel like you're too nervous about how this is going. This is going the best it can possibly go. Tell me about these Eldrazi's.
Well, okay.
That's like a guy who kind of looks like a girl.
The Eldrazi are a Titan alien race that came and ruined, a lot of stuff for a lot of people. And this is where people who know the lore better than me know exactly how the
origin
Planeswalkers
story, yeah.
stopped them. But, oh my fucking God. See, this is why I should have never given you guys those packs.
Yeah, we have bad juju.
You have terrible juju. I fucking open a pack, and what do I get? A double print of Smothering Tithe. One non-foil, one foil. One card splitting them. I mean, I've been looking for this card for such a long time. Why did I give you guys those packs?
Do you
because
think
your pack was going to have the better stuff. That's why.
Do you think there's possibly a chance that the reason you were gifted such positive
That
juju
was my point.
was because you gave some away to your friends?
Yes. Are you saying that what I did was kind of Christ-like?
I'm saying my name is Karma, and yes, I'm a bitch.
All right. So I forgive. I want to apologize to everyone who wanted to drive into an embankment during that segment.
Shout out.
And no, seriously, because think about listening to that and not enjoying it. You would want to drive
Why wouldn't they enjoy it? I was talking.
into a wall.
Yeah,
What do you got, Nick?
it's another just a really issue of import in our country. We have Magic the Gathering. We have we didn't even mention how fucking the zombies are shutting down the Starbucks.
No, we did not.
Oh, see, that's yeah.
That I actually think that's somewhat good, Pod. When we're having such free-flowing conversation, we don't have to hit what we're just talking. But yeah, the zombies are so bad they're shutting down Starbucks. Which is,
profitable businesses are saying, Brinks truck shows up here once a week and drops off a bunch of cash, but we got to close down because we can't guarantee the safety of our employees. So I don't think that's a good marker for a city when profitable businesses are saying, we know we're making money here, but we got to close doors.
Yeah, but Pat, the the walkability of Los Angeles is at a 10.
Karen Bass, your question next. You have 30 seconds on the clock. Karen, how would you rate the walkability walking in Los Angeles? 1 being horrific, 10 being completely enjoyable. Karen Bass, I give it a 10.
Wait, Pat, you had the balance of white guy does black woman, but then you went over it too much into Karen Bass.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You were saying, Nick?
Yeah.
So I'm talking of a third issue of import. We have magic, homelessness, and something I'm assuming you're actually familiar with because you watch MSM, mainstream media. Monkeypox.
Monkeypox. Oh, yeah. That's going to kill us next, right?
What do you know about monkeypox?
Nothing. I don't watch the news anymore.
Gotcha. Good for you. Well, I want to tell you about monkeypox. What is it, and why do we care all of a sudden? Because monkeypox has been around for decades. It's a cousin of smallpox.
You get it from anal sex, right?
Yes, a whole different type of MSM. Men having sex with men. That's not a term I made up. That's a real term used by the CDC.
Okay.
But that is the most way it's transmitted. It doesn't.
So it's AIDS.
Yeah. Honestly, from what it sounds like, it's not that bad at all.
Yeah,
just like AIDS.
Because didn't AIDS come from Didn't it come from monkeypox?
MSM.
Oh, well, okay.
And a monkey, yeah.
Yeah. I think we have an episode title, So It's AIDS.
Why do we care all of a sudden, even though it's been around for decades, and as has MSM?
Yeah, they made a movie about it. It's called Philadelphia.
And Party Monster. But in many countries, monkeypox is endemic.
Oh, and also Kids, that movie Kids, which ends with children giving one another HIV.
I went on a first date for that movie. That was weird.
Yeah, that's Hollywood just waving a flag saying we're fucking weird. We're weirdo creeps and pedos.
Yeah.
I'm Q.
People need to watch that documentary because it's a really well done documentary, and spoiler, in the end you do find out that Nick is Q.
Is there a documentary called I'm Q? I didn't even know that.
No.
People are documenting me.
Go.
Do you guys know what an endemic means?
No.
Yeah, it means it's not a pandemic anymore. It's just the cold.
No, that's what people have been using.
Hey.
Well,
whoa.
No, that's...
yeah, but okay. People have been using the term endemic as like, oh, this is an over thing. Yeah, it's just, but the true, and you were saying it correctly. Endemic it's essentially a disease that doesn't have any ebbs and flows, no spikes. It's a constant rate throughout the population. Whatever you do is an endemic. Monkeypox been around for decades as a endemic, but mostly it was in places that like you would expect disease like malaria to show up, like my motherland of Congo. The Democratic Congo. I'm 1.2%.
That's so problematic that you are claiming that Congo is your motherland, because
I'm 1.2% Congolese.
you are a Kraft macaroni and cheese human being.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry that you have such a myopic view that the amount of melanin decides where your ancestors are from.
Right.
My ancestors, at least 1.2% of them, are from the Congo.
Okay.
My sister, who has the same mother and father of me, did a 23andMe, and that's what it told me. I'm 1.2% Congolese.
Yeah.
As of Monday, 866 cases of monkeypox have been discovered
In America.
yeah.
oh,
But it's not really deadly. There's two different strains. One in my motherland of Congo is the more usually like aggressive strain.
Sure.
And then there's a not as aggressive strain. But deaths are pretty low, although in the last year 9 have come from my motherland of Congo. But it usually doesn't kill people. There's only been like 13 deaths or something. I don't know. My numbers are probably off, but I have seen.
now when you scale that out, looks like everybody's Instacarting again, aren't we?
I just
This is Klaus Schwab. It's the World Economic Forum. They're doing this to us.
They are actually. I wasn't gonna.
They're like, God damn, it's the first one didn't work.
I wasn't even going to include that in my expose. I
Yeah.
was going to let people spell it out for themselves.
Right.
But yes,
Right.
you're right. This
Yeah.
is Klaus Schwab. But the outbreak in America marked the first time the disease has been widely, or in actually Europe, has been spread widely outside Central and West Africa. Cases have mainly, but not exclusively, been identified amongst men who have sex with men, MSM.
Okay.
But the health authorities emphasize that anyone can catch the disease, particularly if they have close contact with a symptomatic person. But even still, if it's in your home, only 10% of people in your home will also have it. So I really think it's the anal sex that's doing it.
Right.
But men and women can have anal sex, so like no one's throwing stones.
Totally.
But what I really want to get to is if you want to have sex with monkeypox, you shouldn't probably, because it could be like this disease that kills everyone. But if you must, because we all have to get it in, right?
Of course.
The CDC.
When you gotta fuck somebody in the ass, you gotta fuck somebody in the ass. There's really no other.
Why are
thing
you
that-
saying? I mean, it can, although unlikely, happen from vaginal intercourse.
Oh God, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, or even spitting in someone's mouth, it could happen too. Can you
Oh.
bring up the link that I gave you? This
Cool,
is
because I thought it was one of those things where, like, if you want Taco Bell, you got to get Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for
But I just want to bring up some guidelines from our tax-funded Center for Disease Control, CDC.
This is be political, right?
No.
okay.
This is guidelines for having sex if you have monkeypox. Can you have sex on monkeypox?
why would you ask if that was political? He's just trying to let people know how to do this with this violent disease.
we have a
course.
our next threat coming after COVID, which killed thousands. I was stricken with it. We all were. And
COVID killed hundreds of people.
both of those things are true, regardless of the number you believe.
Yeah.
I think thousands and hundreds guaranteed to be true.
Guaranteed to be true.
Mm-hmm. Can you have sex on monkeypox?
I feel like that's like a Jimmy Carr bit. Like, hundreds of Jews died in the Holocaust.
Or you can't argue that.
Right, based on simple arithmetic. That's a factual statement.
I like that. I need to watch more Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Sometimes I watch those English comedians and they're like, "Oh, base," but then I'm like, "Are you woke? Are you base? Are you woke? Are you base?"
Are you woke or are you base? He also has a bit joking about the your motherland, the Congo, where he said a great tragedy of Africa is that mosquito nets saved so many lives or something. What is it? What is it? What is it? Something about how sad it was that we could have saved so many mosquitoes' lives. Anyways, go ahead.
And I do want to thank John Hopkins and CDC, because that is where I've gotten 100% of my information about what I've parroted here today.
Yep. So you didn't go on BitChute too?
I would love to see what they're saying about monkeypox on BitChute.
Yeah,
but
I'll tell you
emphasize-
exactly what they're saying. They're saying it's fucking Queen Elizabeth's fault.
Why haven't we gone down the chute recently?
We need to go down the chute again.
Why are they mad at her?
But again, from the CDC, can you have sex on monkeypox? If you or a partner has monkeypox, the best way to protect yourself and others is to avoid sex of any kind, oral, anal, or vaginal, and do not kiss or touch each other's bodies while you're sick, especially any rash.
Yeah.
Don't be just licking each other's rashes.
Right.
Do not share things like towels, fetish gear, sex toys, and toothbrushes.
Right.
If you and your partner must have sex,
Yeah.
consider the following to reduce the spread of the virus. Have virtual sex with no in-person contact. Masturbate together at a distance of at least 6 feet. I do want to emphasize again, this is from our
6 feet.
This is from our tax funded Center for Disease Control.
Yeah. Well,
Masturbate together at a distance of at least 6 feet without touching each other and without touching any rash.
yeah.
Consider having sex with your clothes on.
Well, hold on, I'll back up because that one caught my attention.
The sex
that
clubs?
porn star, I forget what his name. The famous guy, he shoots ropes.
Jeremy, Ron Jeremy?
Isn't it a prerequisite for a male porn star to quote unquote shoot ropes?
Yeah, but this fucker does like 9 feet.
Pat,
So they should have an addendum here, like
sorry, I interrupted.
unless you're on a date with rope shooter or whatever his name
Okay, I should have interrupted
sorry.
you. My wife,
Peter North.
my wife was like, I was listening to this podcast, and the person that produces it used to work in porn, and they said that they just use Cetaphil on set, and they squirt a bunch of Cetaphil out, and they mimic the ropes.
Are you fucking kidding
the
me?
ropes and the velocity of the semen. But I said, honey, I don't watch porn where you can't tell that it's not coming straight from a penis. And she was like, you fucking what the fuck?
When I was a young middle schooler in the shower, I used to jerk off with
pig.
Cetaphil.
Yeah, well, Cetaphil is the most cum-like substance outside of cum.
Wow, I never
on
knew
planet Earth. So anyways, there are more
And
tips.
my sisters had it in droves in the shower.
So
What is it for?
It's for it's
Skin?
Yeah, it's facial cleaner, cleanser. So you're supposed to avoid kissing as well.
My last note, if you must have sex, if the rash is confined to the genitals or anus, condoms may help. However, condoms alone are not likely enough to prevent the monkeypox.
Yeah.
Avoid kiss. Oh yeah. Then avoid kissing. Having multiple or anonymous sex partners may increase your chances of exposure to monkeypox.
And kids, when you're done, remember to wash your hands, fetish gear, sex toys, and any fabrics, bedding, towels, clothings after.
And the one thing I do want to add that the
Sex.
CDC recommended, if you happen to attend a sex club, try to remain 6 feet apart. Oh. And so that's
Seems
just
like solid advice.
Is everyone well equipped to handle this endemic now? Okay, now you can go about your life stuffing yourself in whatever you want to stuff. Just know that you have to wash your hands and your fetish gear after. We love you guys very much. Jump in the iTunes ratings.
Thank you,
and reviews.
CDC.
5 stars, kind words. Go to patreon.com/another podcast network for an extra one of these a week. Join us on YouTube. We love you. We'll see you next week. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye.
6 feet apart when you masturbate with each other. Goodbye.
Pat.
Good night.